Have not forgotten about you, Alyssa. All right. So we're open to what page again? 26. If you look at the picture on page 26, you can see there is a human with no skin. You can see all the skeletal muscles there. Question for you though, what do you think that white tissue is? Look at all the white in the picture. Yes? Tendons. Those are tendons. If you happen to damage a tendon, it takes a long time to heal. If the tissue's white, that means there's not a lot of blood flowing to it. It's going to take time for the cells to get all the oxygen and food, nutrients they need to heal. That's why if you tear your Achilles tendon, like Aaron Rodgers did for the Jets last year, he was out the whole year. So that white tissue's tendon. That's something you need to know for our assessment. All right, Ms. Gold, do you want to explain the directions?
Sure. So Mr. Pender and I are going to take turns reading paragraphs. I'll read first, and when it's Mr. Pender's turn, he's going to read his paragraph, and if he taps you on the shoulder, you're going to read that next word that he's...
How many words are you going to read?
Just one.
Just one.
You're just going to read the one word, so it's very important that you follow along as we read. So you can use your finger, underline it as we read. Okay, so I'm going to get started.
And Ms. Gold, how are you going to read?
I'm just going to read the paragraph out loud and try to
There you go.
explain a little bit as we go. All right, so everyone should be on page 26. So the key terms are flexor and extensor. So a flexor muscle is a muscle that bends at a joint, and the extensor muscle that straightens a joint. So if you look at the subtitle, muscles, it says more than 600 muscles make up the muscular system. Muscles are tissues that can shorten along their length. Without muscles, the bones of the skeletal system could not move the body. So muscles are attached to the bones by tendons, and a tendon is a strong elastic band of tissue. Tendons make movement possible. When a muscle contracts or shortens, it pulls on the tendon, which makes the bone move.
Ms. Gold is done, so I'm going to start my section in the next paragraph. I'm right on the heading, muscle actions, down at the bottom of the page. Muscles only move bones when muscles contract. For this reason, muscles can only pull bones. They cannot push bones. For example, there are, next word, that your muscles can flex. I'm sorry, I lost my place. I'm going to start from that beginning sentence there. They cannot push bones. For example, there are muscles that bend or flex your knee joint. The muscles are called flexors. There are other muscles that, ooh, pay attention. Straighten or extend your knee joint. These are muscles, these muscles are extensors. Remember folks, I see a lot of you working. You want to get your work done? Put your pencil down. Follow along. You're going to have plenty of time. It's only one page we're reading, okay? We're on teamwork. I want to see everybody's finger on teamwork. Index finger on teamwork. Show me that you're with me. And Miss Gold.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Miss Gold.
All right, most muscles must work in teams of two. The muscles that bend and straighten the arm are examples of muscles working together. These muscles are called biceps and triceps. Biceps are flexors. They bend the arm at the elbow. Triceps are extensors. They straighten the arm at the elbow. As you bend your arm, the biceps contract and the triceps relax. As you straighten out your arm, the biceps relax while the triceps contract and pull the arm straight. So everybody, put your arm out straight and put your hand on your biceps. Bend your arm. Do you feel your biceps contracting, getting tighter? And then your triceps relax. And then when you straighten your arm, the opposite happens. The triceps contract and the biceps relax. And so that's what they mean by working in pairs.
I noticed my tricep isn't quite as defined as my
Mine
tricep.
either.
Even though it should be.
We have to work
They should
on those
both be the
triceps.
same in size and strength. We're now on page 30. So everyone go to page 30. You should see the 3 types of skeletal muscle pictured. And let's try to do a better job as I close. Remember, if I tap you on the shoulder, you read just the next word. Here we go. Skeletal muscle. There are 3 different kinds of muscle tissue in the human body. Each kind of has a different job. Some kinds have muscle tissue. Sometimes some kinds of muscle tissue are striated. Striated muscles have stripes or dark bands. If you look at figure 1-16, you can see how striated muscle gets its.
Okay, skeletal muscle is a type of striated muscle. It's attached directly to the skeleton. Skeletal muscles make your body move. Move your foot, open and close your fingers. These are movements you can control. Skeletal muscles are usually voluntary muscles. They're voluntary muscles because you can control their movements. So if I'm moving my arm, I'm consciously moving my arm. Where it's the opposite of involuntary muscles where they do it automatically.
Okay, at the top of the page, you'll see the heading, smooth muscle. Muscle tissue that is found in the walls of blood vessels, the stomach, and other internal organs is called smooth muscle. Smooth muscle causes movements that you cannot. For this reason, smooth muscle is sometimes called involuntary muscle. For example, after you cannot stop the muscles lining your stomach from moving to help digest the food.
Ready? And cardiac muscle. The 3rd kind of muscle is called cardiac muscle. The word cardiac means heart. Cardiac muscle is found only in the heart and major blood vessels. Cardiac muscle is very strong. The heart must be strong to pump blood throughout the body. Cardiac muscle is striated. Unlike most striated muscles, cardiac muscle is involuntary. You have no control over your heart beating.
Excellent. All right, so that's the reading for today. You can go back to those 2 pages, pages 26 and 30 if necessary. On the assignment for today, there are a few questions that you cannot find an answer in the text. Those are thinking questions. You're gonna have to use your brain. Just use what you've learned and try to figure out what the question is asking. As a reminder, for 1 to 7 folks, I do want you to write a sentence. I'll show you an example of what I'm expecting. A capital letter at the beginning, a period at the end. What is a tendon? It's a strong elastic band of tissue connecting muscles to bone. It really does feel like a rubber band. Some of you might have chewed on tendon when you were eating like your turkey legs over Thanksgiving. It's rubbery. Good chance it was a tendon. It attached to the turkey spear. Capital letter at the beginning, period at the end. So you're gonna work on 2 to 7 individually. Ms. Gold will have be working with some students in the back. Again, if you need help from me, I'm right here. Just raise your hand and I'm happy to come help you out on anything you're stuck on. I do want you to work all the way to the bottom and answer all of the questions. Okay?
Help you move. Yeah, perfect. Help move the body. Perfect. Number 4. Guys, reading number 4? The extensor muscles, right. And if we look at the key terms, what did it say about extensor muscles? Key terms. Yep. Extensor muscles. Yes, good job. Straighten or extend the joints. So very good.